Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once more. My name is Adam. In today's video, we are going to take a listen to what Michail Antonio, teammate of Mohammed Kudus, who is currently in Ghana, had to say about Mohammed Kudus when he held an interview on Joy Sports with Muftau Naubila. Now, if you have not seen the interview yet, let's check it out together.
We asked me to move on this conversation to another space without talking about something many Ghanaians will be interested about. Your teammate Mohammed Kudus. You have been with him. In fact, I've known him since 2015, 2016, when I was one of the few journalists. Tom Vernon, the founder of Right to Dream Academy, invited some selected journalists to his academy at Akusumbo.
Yes.
That was where I saw Mohammed Kudus, and within the last 4, 5, 6 years, he's one of those top talents in Ghana. You train with him daily. What sort of a player is he?
He's unbelievable. The guy, some of the tricks he does in training, some of the tricks he does in games, it's just, you can't get the ball off him. And the thing is, you know what he's going to do because you train with him week in, week out. You see him do it to other people and you're like, he's not going to do it to me. And then he does it to you. And then he does it to you. And you're like, Mo. Like the little one where he keeps like flicking the ball over you, little tricks, little dinks and stuff like that, little chops. Mo is quality, like very quality player, still young. So he's got a lot of football ahead of him and a very exciting future ahead of him.
You have been at West Ham United for 10 years. What are some of the tips you think he needs to succeed at West Ham?
Some of the tips is to be resilient. One thing with West Ham fans, they are. I see some
West Ham United fans here.
They are relentless, relentless. They are not forgiving. No, that's a lie. They are forgiving, but they get onto you very quickly. So it's being able to deal with the pressure of the fans because they expect a lot from you. But even though they expect a lot, they appreciate the minimum side of things. It's quite crazy. So when you're at the bottom of the league, they'll turn out, they'll sing for you and stuff like that. When you're at the top of the league, you lose 2 on the bounce, they're booing you.
They are booing their own player.
It's crazy.
They've done that to you many times?
Many times. Many times. You're at the bottom, they're singing for you. At the top, they're booing you. But they're constantly, week in, week out, they're turning out for you.
Wow, that's an interesting one.
It's crazy.
There are many people who look at Mohammed Kudus and say, considering his talent, he's got what it takes to dominate world football and probably win African Footballer of the Year.
No, with his talent, 100%. Obviously, African Footballer of the Year. There's so many great potentials there. There's Aubameyang, there's Mo Salah, there's Mane, there's obviously Kudus. So I honestly believe that he has the talent to do it. It's just obviously he needs the surrounding of his team to also help him to do it. And right now, Ghana is a quality team, and obviously had the quality past and quality history. But right now, they're not doing as good as they feel like they should be doing. So I feel for him to win that, I feel like him and Ghana, the team, has to do more for that to happen.
You mentioned one thing that caught my attention about West Ham fans. Sometimes they can be unforgiving by booing their very own players.
Yeah.
This kind of abuse, especially those that come from social media, how does it impact players negatively?
It's a difficult one because some players are used to it, some players can avoid it, some players can't avoid it because social media is massive right now. Everyone kind of has Twitter, Instagram, whatever else there are, TikTok. And some people can just be like, I'm just not going to go on it. But some people can't. Some people have to read it. Some people have to see what people have to say about them because you like to see the good. But sometimes looking for the good, you also see the bad. You can get 10,000 good comments, but that one bad comment will stand out because obviously it's that one comment that's just going to stand out because it's completely different. It's people just starting to understand that, end of the day, footballers are humans and footballers have feelings. Whereas most people feel because we're professional footballers, because we're making this amount of money, they feel like we should be numb to certain things. But end of the day, people are people and humans are humans.
He spoke about social media abuse being the reason why he got that red card against Spurs. I listened to him and I felt so bad because he's a young man that I know quite well. And that's why I asked the question about how psychologically it affects the player. You are with him. How is he taking all this?
Right now, to be honest, when you've got a red card and you know that you can't play for 4 or 5 weeks, there's no longer any type of pressure on yourself. Because when I was going through a bad time, it was turning out every week on a Saturday, every single week, knowing that you've got to be out there with the scrutiny, with the opinions and everything like that. That's what makes things difficult. Constantly having to step out on that field, even when you don't feel good. So now he's got that opportunity where he's got that break where he can clear his mind. So he's been good, he's been all right. I've not seen any type of negativity towards him. He's been training well, he's been staying strong, he's been staying fit. And I feel when he's back and gets the opportunity to play again, I think he's going to be raring to go.
Who is the greatest African footballer that you have played with in the Premier League?
Ooh. Greatest African player I've played with?
Because you've played with many.
Yes, I have.
Or the most difficult player you have.
Greatest African player I've played with?
That's quite a difficult question.
That is a very difficult question.
What makes it difficult? Okay, the opponent that you have met.
All right, the greatest opponent?
Yes.
That's easy. I'm going to have to say Salah. No, Mane. Like, I feel he was underappreciated at Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool actually understood the quality that he had, what he did for the team. Obviously, Salah was unbelievable, and he still is unbelievable amount of goals that he scored. But I just feel like what Mane actually did for the team, he brought everybody together. The goals, the assists, like the work rate. Mane, for me, at Liverpool was unbelievable.
So guys, thank you for watching up to this point. You have heard from Michail Antonio talking about Mohammed Kudus, how good he is in training for West Ham. He also touched on what is happening to Mohammed Kudus currently, because currently he's serving some game match ban from the red card and also the punishment from the English FA. He also touched on how it has affected Mohammed Kudus psychologically and what Mohammed Kudus is also doing about it. And I think this is refreshing and good to hear from Michail Antonio. I'm sure he's going to watch the Black Stars play, because definitely, you know, this whole thing started from the Black Stars and everything. And you heard him talking about the Ghana Black Star team, how good we used to be and now the problem. And also touched on the best African player he has played against. So guys, let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Sadio. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.